I am the mom teacher. Today's math, we're going to be beginning with a single number and finding ways that we can get to that number using number bonds, addition sentences, and subtraction sentences. For this video, your child needs a pencil and paper with an eraser, just in case they make a mistake, or a whiteboard and a marker, and some form of an eraser, even as much as a paper towel. Let's get started. Boys and girls, I'm so glad that you came to be with me today. Are you ready for a little math? Me too. Let's go. 10 is going to be our start. I'm going to make a little quick cloud right here and write the number 10 in the middle of my cloud. So my question and the thing that I'm wondering is, how many ways can you get to the number 10? How many different ways can you do that? What can you do that will get you to a number 10? Or maybe even start with a number 10. I wonder what we can do. So I've got a row of cubes. Let's just make sure that there are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do I have 10 here? Oh, it looks like I have to take some away. Let's count again and see if it's 10 now. Let's do it by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now I did it. Okay, I am going to snap my 10 into two pieces as soon as you tell me to do it. I'm listening. I heard you. You said snap. And now I took my 10 and I broke it into two parts. Do you think we could write a number bond for that? I think we can too. So we've got our 10, that's our magic number for today, and I'm going to make my number bond by putting my whole number at the top, and I'm going to make my parts come down to the bottom. And we know that number bonds can go any direction. They don't have to be this way, but that's the way I drew this one. The whole number is 10. And when you said snap, I broke it into two parts. Can you subatize the numbers for the parts? This one's pretty easy to subatize. 1, 2, 3. I bet you've got that. Do you already know the other part? How many more does it take when you have 3? How many more gets you to the 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So our parts are 3 and 7. And I want to write two number sentences using the same numbers that will use 10, 3, and 7. Let's think of an addition one. Addition. Addition is putting things together. Now I can start with the sum 10, or I can start with the parts. What should I start with? The parts, you say. Okay. I'm going to start with 7. That's one of my parts. And I'm going to write the number 7. And when I'm doing the parts first, I know that the plus is the symbol I need. That's the one that means and or putting together. 7 and or plus 3 equals, easy, 10. 7 plus 3 equals 10. Now, if I want to write a subtraction problem, can I start with one of the parts? Nope. I have to start with the large number, the whole number, in order to do subtraction. So let's start with our 10. And when we're doing subtraction, we do a minus. 10 minus 3, we'll use that same part, equals 7. 10 minus 3 equals 7. You are good thinkers. Are there any other ways that we could do a 10? What do you think? We could play our snap game again, although I have magnets too. Would you like to play with magnets? Me too. All right, I'm going to take some of my magnets and I'm going to move them over on this side. And then I'm going to take the rest of my magnets and move them over here. Can you guess what my new number bond looks like? Well, of course you knew that the 10 would be the whole number. And I'm going to make mine go to the side now. And I've got my parts going out on the side. I hope you have that too. So what are the parts for this 10? 4, you say? 4 is one of my parts. What's the other one? When you have 4, how many more makes the 10? I bet you're looking at my other magnets. Did you see the 3 and the 3? What do 3 and 3 make? 6. Exactly. So my parts are 4 and 6. Well done. Can we do a subtraction sentence? Yes, we can. Begin with the whole number. And I'm going to do this one in a vertical orientation. So I'm starting with my 10 and I'm going to go down. The next number will go below. Did you want the 6 or the 4? 6. I line that one up directly below my 0. This is our ones column. This is our tens column. And a 10 is 1, 10, and 0 ones. And the minus goes over here. And we know that an equals in a vertical orientation is one long straight line. 10 minus 6 equals, and there goes the 4, lined up directly below. I went a little far on that one. Is it okay to make mistakes? Sure it is. That's how we know for sure we're learning, if we've made a mistake and we've corrected it. Let's do an addition problem in vertical orientation. Now, when you do it in vertical orientation, you have to start with your parts. So for this one, we're starting with the 4. 4. And the 6 goes directly below the 4. Those are ones. Those go in the ones column. And we're putting our plus beside our 6. And then our equals. And this is where we need to be careful with our lining up. Our 1 will go on this side in the tens place, and our 0 goes directly below the 4 and the 6. Let's read those problems now, shall we? 10 minus 6 equals 4. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Excellent work. Do you want to do one more problem? Me too. I've got my die hidden in my hand. So we know that our number, our sum, our whole number is going to be 10. Everything today was about 10. So let me take my die and I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to show it to you. You tell me what I got. Did you say 5? 5? I'd like to do a picture for this one, and I'd like to start with flowers. So I'm going to draw 5 quick flowers with just little squiggly lines in them. You draw along with me, please. I've got 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoops. I didn't quite do my center the way that I wanted it. Let me get it back to the middle. 5. Now, if I had 5 flowers in my garden and some bees came to my garden, how many bees came if there were 10 things in my garden? Because 10 is our sum today. 10. Well, I don't know, but I do know that I can start my number bond because I have 2 of the numbers that I need already. So let me do my whole number in the bottom and my parts above my 10. And I know that one of my parts is the number that we had on our die, the number 5, the number of flowers that I drew. Now to make the bees, I'm just going to do ovals to start, and then I'll go back and decorate. But I'm going to use my counting on strategy to get to the number 10. And I know that I drew 5 flowers, so I can just touch it and say 5 and then keep going. Let's do that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can count them and I'll know what my other number is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you already know that 5 and 5 make 10? I knew that you did. Are you ready to do our addition and subtraction sentence? Let's do the addition one first, and we're going to start with the sum this time. So 10, and in an addition sentence, we put the sum, if we're starting with the sum, next to the equals. It always has to be on its own side of the equals. 10 equals, now the parts, and the plus goes between the parts. 5, 10, I'm sorry. 10 equals 5 plus 5. Now let's do the subtraction sentence. But again, we know we have to start with the whole number. But now it will not be the equals that comes next. Now what comes next is the minus, right? Because we have to have the whole thing before we take away one of the parts. That's what minus means. 10 minus 5 equals 5. Good work. Do you have to stop now? No way. You can keep going if you like. You can find other spots on your paper or flip upside down. You can erase and make up some of your own. You could do some of your own illustrations because there are more ways to get to 10 than the 3 that we did. Could you make up some more? Maybe you could try to stump a brother or sister or your mom or your dad, or maybe you could draw the illustration and your addition and subtraction sentence along with your number bond and see if they could tell the story back to you. You could roll a die and see how many different combinations you can make that get you to the number 10. I hope that you had a good time today. I'm so glad that you were here. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe below and that notification bell so you know when the new videos come out. And leave me a comment. If there are other numbers that you would like to have for us to do our different ways to get to that sum, leave it in the comments and we'll do that in future videos. Thanks for watching. See you soon.